English is difficult, you know. I saw the other day a person saying, don't call me he or she, call me they. And I was like, what the fuck? Took me 3 years to learn I am, you are, he is, she is. I worked very hard on this. So change your gender, but not your grammar. Not your grammar. You know, I invited a friend to have dinner at my house, and he was like, oh, I'm bringing a friend. And I said, of course, bring him. He was like, no, bring them. So I bought a lot of food. I bought briskets and pizzas and pastas. And my friend showed up at my house with one person. So I said, where are they? And he said, they are here. Oh. So you tell them that they're gonna eat all of this fucking food now. Okay? This whole gender pronoun thing is getting too much. Like I met this guy the other day, Anatoly. He's a Greek guy, huge, all hairy, muscles coming out of his fucking butt. Like he did all the moving of my apartment by himself. So he sent me an invoice on an email. Anatoly Giannopopo, pronouns he and him. Who was wondering? Who looked at that guy carrying a refrigerator on his back and thought, I don't know. I think it's a him, but I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Before we get into it, tell me in the comments, have you ever heard of Rafi Bastos? If not, you're about to meet one of the boldest, tallest, and most brutally honest comedians you'll ever see on stage. He's got this fearless style that punches right through political correctness, and somehow he makes it work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new pope. We have a new pope, and the pope is America. Yeah, because it wasn't enough for America to own Earth. They needed to own paradise too. Yeah, nice. Now I'll need a green card to go to heaven. Yes. Now we have to pay taxes in the afterlife, isn't it? I'm very happy about it. I can see American people starting to complain about immigration in heaven pretty soon, you know? Yeah. Oh, these Latinos are stealing our clouds.
Do you know why we have to take our shoes off in the airport every time we go through security? It's because of this asshole here, the shoe bomber. He tried to get on a plane from Paris to Miami with a bomb in his shoes. And now we all pay for that. I'm just happy he was not the asshole bomber. Because if he had tried to get on a plane with a bomb in his ass, we would be fucked.
But here's the crazy part. Rafi didn't even start his career in comedy. He was a basketball player, a journalist, even a TV host in Brazil. You're probably thinking, how does a guy go from sports to stand-up? Well, in his case, he just followed the laughs. And Brazil didn't just laugh, they made him a star. Millions of followers, primetime TV shows, and comedy specials that broke records.
I am from Brazil, Latino, you know. People don't believe that I am Latino. People look at me and think that I'm a drug dealer from Croatia. You are not Latino, just bring me my Igor. What? People don't believe that I'm Latino because I'm too tall. I'm 6'7", 1 meter and 98 centimeters. We don't usually come in this size. I'm tall because my father is Latino and my mom is Chewbacca. It's my mom. And she loves this joke, by the way, my mom. My mom loves this joke. She always laughs like... English is difficult, you know. You guys here have this thing called slang. Slang are words that you create out your fucking asshole. To make us immigrants feel lost and dumb. I was talking to a friend of mine and she said, I was dating this guy and now he's ghosting me. And I swear that I asked her, is he dead? Did he die? And if there's a ghost, how do you know it's him? What is this ghost doing? So she said, no, ghosting. Ghosting is a slang. It means that he went MIA. Oh, that helped. He went MIA, so I assumed that he went to Miami.
However, fame came with fire. Rafi is no stranger to controversy. In fact, some of his jokes caused national outrage in Brazil. He once cracked a line about a pregnant celebrity that cost him a major TV gig. Yeah, that bad. But instead of backing down, he leaned in. He kept writing, kept performing, and kept being unapologetically Rafi.
I love to talk to black people, the most helpful people in the world. At the end of every sentence, they always say, you know what I'm saying? They are checking to see if I'm understanding it. Really thoughtful. And I always answer, yeah, I know what you're saying. Thanks for checking on me. Next sentence, please. I hate verbs in English. I dance, you dance, he dances. Why? Is he dancing more than me? I don't think so. 645 people dance and he dances. How much is this motherfucker dancing?
Then he did something few comedians dare to try. He switched languages. He moved to the US and started doing stand-up in English. Imagine that, taking your entire comedic voice and rebuilding it from scratch for a totally different audience. But he didn't just adapt, he crushed it. Rafi became the first Brazilian to headline at Just for Laughs, and his English sets started going viral around the world.
English is very difficult, okay? I went to this place called IKEA. I wanted to buy a bed. So I said to this guy, my friend, I want to buy a bed. He looked at me and he asked me, are you looking for a king or a queen? What does my sexuality have to do with this? What kind of service is this guy trying to sell me? So I said, my friend, I respect you. But I'm looking for a queen? I don't know. I think I'm looking for a queen. He looked at me and he said, my friend, I'm looking at you and I think you need a king. So I said, my friend, I respect you. But I think this is none of your business. Now you will feel much more comfortable with a king. And I said, I don't think so. I watched some videos, it doesn't look that comfortable. That's because you are big and I think you need something big. And I said, big? No! Bring me the smallest king you have. So after much back and forth, he ended up hooking me up with twins, and it was pretty good. People in America shoot guns for fun. That's fucking weird. I was in Las Vegas the other day, and my friend was like, you know what, let's shoot some guns. And I said, okay, who are we killing? Are we robbing a bank? Which regime are we overthrowing? And he was like, no. It's just for fun. It's a pretty unique way to have fun. Because I've never heard a gunshot in my country and I thought, wow, someone is having a great time. Yeah. Pa, bachelor party. No.
What makes Rafi so different is that he doesn't hide behind safe topics. He talks about race, politics, gender, and whatever else you're not supposed to joke about. But here's the thing, you can tell there's a brain behind the edge. His comedy isn't just shock value, it's sharp, it's deliberate, and it forces you to think while you're laughing.
$1 in Brazil today is worth the whole country. But everything in America is so expensive that when you move here, you have to change your dreams and goals. When I was living in Brazil, my dream was to go to Japan. My dream here now is to go to the doctor. doctors here, they're so expensive that I feel obligated to have a healthy lifestyle. I didn't want this shit, yeah. So now every time I'm gonna eat a burrito, I think, if this goes wrong, I'll have to go back to my country. I cannot afford the diarrhea. I'm more afraid of Wendy's than immigration.
So if you've never heard of Rafi Bastos, now you know. He's loud, he's tall, he's honest, and he's just getting started. If you've laughed, cringed, or been shocked by his jokes, drop a comment below. I want to hear what you think.